Okay, I get it. You are busy. I mean, you might be a busy mom with kids to actually homeschool at the minute and do all of their online schooling, and you also have your Zoom meetings to be at and keep on top of. Plus you got to cook dinner. Oh, and you got to get your workout in somehow. But at the same time, you have hair goals. I mean, have you seen some people's progress online from being consistent with DIYs? But who has time for that? You have time, okay? You just have to be organized. Just like those people who are meeting their body goals, they prep their meals, you have to do it for your hair. And it is so easy. It can be done in less than an hour. You've got your cleanser, you've got your butter, you've got your conditioning treatment and your oil. And if you're super quick, you could even also do your rice water. So making sure that you have all of your items prepped means that at the end of the day you get more time to do the things that you enjoy rather than scrambling around trying to think of recipes and do some half-ish. So you're going to be prepped, you're going to meet your goals. It's simple. You put in the work, you get the results. Okay, so follow me into the kitchen because we are about to go and cook up a storm for our hair. I remember this meme that I saw on Instagram, and it's just me every time. Like, it's a stressed out person trying to work out, hydrate, self-care, and be an adult. And it's a lot, but don't worry, I've got you. You are going to reach those hair goals that you have, okay? The first thing that I do is I prepare whatever tea or rinse I'm going to be using. This month, I'm actually using rice water as my rinse. And I've already done that, and I've already done a video on that, so you can check that out. So that's already been set aside and it is fermenting. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our hair mask. Okay, well, this is my stock cupboard. At the minute, this studio is a state because we've been filming and I just can't keep a clean space. When I'm doing that, I'm grabbing all my ingredients. Also, I need to work on my setup. So what I'll do is I will go in and I will have a look at what I have and use that for my treatment. Now, I'm really keen to get a mask using this kelp. It's really high in like iodine, lots of good stuff like antioxidants galore. It's like a superfood. And I'm gonna actually be using that in my deep conditioner today. It's bursting with minerals, literally. So I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be using aloe vera. Let's go. Okay, so let's get down to biz. But the thing is, like, whenever you are putting together like a concoction that is fully natural, you are cutting out things like phthalates, you're cutting out parabens, you're cutting out sulfates, you're cutting out things that other companies put in to fill their conditioners and shampoos, etc., which actually can be detrimental to your hair health and can actually end up drying your hair, stripping it of sebum, causing it to break, causing imbalances in your hormones, as well as loads of other things like, you know, the endocrine system can be affected by some of the things that are added as fragrances. So you are cutting all of that out. But just like using natural things on your hair is just like having a great diet. You would be shocked at the things that it cures, or the things that you didn't even maybe realize were wrong with your hair when you start consistently using these products. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to mix up a conditioner. I'm just going to lay out all of my bits so I don't forget what I'm working with. I've got my shikaikai and aretha. They're really good for cleansing concoctions. Castor oil, which is wonderful for thickening the hair. I've got my kelp, which is rich with nutrients. I actually really love how strengthening it is. It's a really balancing item. I've got my shampoo, which I'm going to be mixing up with a conditioner as well as some cleansing herbs to have a sort of co-wash cleanser. I've also got neem, which I'm going to be adding to my deep conditioner. Aloe vera, I adore this herb, okay, because it is a pH balancer. It has great enzymes in it. It is fantastic for sealing down the cuticles. It makes detangling your hair post-use like really easy. And honestly, it has so many uses. Like, look up the uses of aloe vera. It's fantastic. Then I'm actually going to do a little bit of a cheat. Now, let me tell you a secret. Most of the time when you go to the shop and you pick up a conditioner and it says amla conditioner, most of the time it's like the last or second to last or third to last ingredient. They're touting claims when really the rest of it is just chemicals. Here, we are not going to be having that as the case at all. The conditioner that we're going to be using, which is store-bought, is going to be minimal compared to the other ingredients. And the other thing I'd like to do is say that this actually has really great ingredients. It works well for my hair in the autumn winter especially, and we're already starting with good ingredients here. It rates very low on the Talk Dirty app as far as toxicity. Here I've got my butter. I think I might melt some of this down so that I can use it later. You know when you just go through and you're like, what should I add, what should I add? I'm not saying I'm going to use all of these, but this is a suggestion. If you are losing your hair because of hormonal reasons, you might want to add this into your shampoo as well. I'm just getting my trays ready because I know I'm going to be freezing a lot of this. And of course, filming day had to be the day that I was really disorganized and had not prepared all of my bits that I'm gonna need, but it's all good. Okay, so here is my store-bought, or should I say Amazon bought. I'm gonna have all of the items that I can possibly find linked below for your use. So here we have, I'm literally going to put the entire amount here. Out of this, essentially I have about a month's worth of conditioner here that we are about to prep. I tend to be able to get about 4 uses, and I will just bulk it up with the things that I'm adding. That should be enough to get me through an entire month. So I am thinking through here the fact that if I'm going to have a strengthener in my shampoo, I don't really need a strengthener per se in my deep conditioner. I want things that are going to really hydrate my hair. But you could always do it the other way around. So here we have sea kelp powder. This is the business. Like, you know, like how sea moss is like the thing? Sea kelp is very similar. In fact, I'll let you in on a little secret. It was going to be a part of the original hair mask that I released at Bell Bar, but for some reason we just had to shift around the ingredients. But there's your little inside information. Okay, so I'm going in with 1.5, 1.25 teaspoon of sea kelp. I'm going in with aloe vera powder. Oh my. You're about to see, your girl needs to go to the gym. You know when it's double bagged, the freshness, that's what's happened here. Right, okay, so I'm gonna go for 4 teaspoons of aloe vera powder. Really hydrating. My hair absolutely adores this ingredient in pretty much every single instance. Whether it's aloe vera gel, or it's the powder, or it's the liquid, my hair absolutely laps it up. Okay, so I'm going to put in a little bit of oil. I've got some amla oil here. Listen, amla oil, don't sleep on amla oil if you ain't tried it. Amla really stimulates hair growth. There's actually like numerous studies, particularly in the Orient it is used, showing that it is as effective as minoxidil for stimulating regrowth of hair. except when you stop using the amla, the hair doesn't fall out. Whereas when you stop using minoxidil, your hair can fall out. Things like Rogaine have minoxidil, that's essentially what it is, and it really does work, but as soon as you stop buying that expensive shampoo, it's gonna fall out. Not the case with amla. Amla is fortifying and actually thickens the hair. Growing out of the follicle increases the number of follicles, decreases the visible scalp, and the hair will not fall out when you stop using it. Right, so I'm just gonna start giving this all a little bit of a mix. Be really careful not to inhale the powders. I think that's really the only downside to using these herbs. I've always got to start mixing this in slowly. It's been about 5 minutes, but I have been talking through this. Might be quite good to see how long it takes. I'm gonna add in my tablespoon or so of castor oil. A really good substitute for this would be to use melted shea butter. This is incredible for hydration, for sealing down the cuticles. When I tell you, if I didn't have castor oil, I might not have ever gone natural, because it helped me to be able to manage that line of demarcation like no other oil, and helped me to be able to get my natural new growth defined and manageable. I just didn't know how to handle it without castor oil. Now it's up to you what you want to do at this point. You can decide to freeze this. I have loads of these larger ice cube trays just for holding my DIYs. So you could go ahead and freeze that. I'm just trying to think through what I'm going to do. I think I will freeze them in take care of business. Okay, moving that over here. I'm just gonna try and tidy up the top of the tray a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna actually do the cleanser. Now, aretha is based on a soap nut. Sometimes it's known as aretha, and it actually lathers up in its own right. Ashwagandha is great if you're experiencing hair loss, and shikaikai is super strengthening, conditioning and cleansing as well. So what am I going to do? I'm going to mix them all together in my next shampoo. Okay, so the idea here is we're going to be making a mad strengthening co-wash. Grab a shampoo. If I'm honest, this shampoo, I wasn't best impressed with it. It does the job, but it was nothing special, so I really wanted to boost it up. So let's say we're going with 50-50 ratio of shampoo to conditioner. For our co-wash. Next to this, I am going to be adding my aretha soap nut. Okay, about a tablespoon. Listen, let me tell you, for free, from the first application of this, your hair is literally going to be so strengthened. You will decrease the shedding of your hair. And if you really are struggling and you really want to boost that regrowth, this ashwagandha is very balancing to your hormones. Also amla, you could use amla in this situation as well. So here I go. Here's my ashwagandha. Now I'm giving it a mix. Right guys, so you can see it's just this beautiful chocolatey color. Occasionally you can see the bubbles forming. But believe me guys, honestly, if you are thinning with your hair, this stuff is the biz, honestly. And even it could be that the shampoo that you're using is causing it. So make sure you use a sulfate-free shampoo. Have a little close up. Right guys, so this is actually a baby weaning tray that I got from Amazon. It does actually come with a lid that kind of clicks on and off. Ask me where it is now, I couldn't find it for you. But you're supposed to put pureed food in here. You know what I was thinking when I bought this, okay? I'm gonna be putting my shampoo. Can you call them shampoo bars? I'm not sure you can, because they don't freeze. They don't stay solid once they are thawed, okay? So here it is. I'm literally going to just pop one of those out whenever it's time for me to wash my hair. Okay, so now we have our butter. Honestly, you could just use the butter as it is. But I've been really enjoying infusing my butter with fenugreek, and I'm going to keep it really simple with my oil. I'm going to stick with using camellia oil because I'm doing a rice water challenge, and that's the oil that I'm actually using for that challenge. I've already made up my fenugreek oil, but I guess I could show that to you. Okay, so this is a favorite ingredient of mine in the winter time. I love making this up because I can, as a standalone actually, it's super hydrating. It really does make my hair so manageable in the winter time. And when I add my fenugreek to this, it is something I can throw into any deep conditioner. It's something I can use as a sealant. It is something I could use on my scalp if I wish to. So I'm going to cut about half my bar. I reckon that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7 tablespoons of shea butter. Please make sure the inside of your pan is completely dry before you do this. Honestly, I more want to soften it than melt it, but whatever we can manage, so be it. The best thing really to do is to double boil it, but I've put it on such a low temperature. Hopefully it's all good. Now, I have my seed box. This is like, all of my whole seeds are in here. And spices. It smells so good. Right, so I'm gonna put about, maybe about 2.5 teaspoons of fenugreek seeds. The thing is, we've got to strain these seeds out afterwards. I'm just going to infuse them real slowly. Look what we're left with. My other wooden spoon is dirty. Okay, so I'm just going to allow them, I'm turning off the heat before it's even all melted. I'm just going to allow that to sit and infuse. To save yourself time, you could just do this portion right at the start. So we're going to allow that to infuse. We've now made our conditioner, our cleanser. We're going to be using this as our oil. To be honest, I've already made my fenugreek oil. If you've not seen that before, I'm going to link the video so you can check out how to make the fenugreek hair growth oil. I'm going to go grab my rice water so you can see that as well. So I have in here fermenting already my rice water. I literally made this for the last video posted, so you need to check it out. We're actually doing a rice water hair growth challenge using the rice water and the fenugreek, so that's the only reason I already have it made up. So I have an applicator bottle which I use for my clay washes and for my oils as well. This is the oil that's been steeping. I'm just gonna pop it into there. It just helps for ease of application. I don't mind if some of my seeds and sediments go into the bottom. In fact, I prefer that. And I like to keep this in a really warm place so it just continues to infuse for absolutely weeks. The results you guys have had from using the fenugreek seeds never cease to amaze me when you send me your results with the fenugreek seed oil. So, oil, check. Sealing oil, check. Rice water, check. Conditioner, check. Shampoo, check. And here we have our butter. Okay, this is the only time consuming part. I'm going to leave this for 20 minutes. Strain out the seeds, whip it. It's done, that's it. Okay, so once 20 minutes, or however long you've actually got, has passed with this infusing on a really low heat, if you've got like a slow cooker, even better, then just pour out the shea butter It's now infused with lecithin, it's got amino acids, it's now got additional iron, it's got trace minerals, manganese, zinc. All of that has come out of those seeds. Tell me which conditioner you're gonna get, or which, you know, drugstore leave-in is gonna have that kind of potent goodness. So strain that. If you've not got time to wait for it to start hardening so that you can start your whisking, just pop it into the fridge. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, so I'll be honest, it hasn't solidified all the way. It's been in the fridge for probably about 20 minutes, but I want to get this wrapped up, so let's get to whisking. Real slow at first. Just going to bring it down from the edge. You can see it's whipping to a beautiful consistency. Just going to try and bring everything down from the edges. Right guys, so you can just pop that into a container. There's no need to refrigerate this because then it will go really hard. You just keep it wherever it is that you do your styling in the morning. Seal your hair with it when it is wet. Braid your hair with it. Do twist outs with it. It's really going to be amazing for defining the hair. And also it's really good if you want to stretch hair. So if you want to go in on dry hair and twist your hair applying this, it helps you to really elongate your curls and to stretch it out. So that you get to see more of your length. Okay, so how cool is that? You are done in less than 45 minutes. You have your prep for an entire month. You just have to go pop out your cube and you need to go wash your hair and get started. I hope you found this video to be helpful. I hope you've gotten some good ideas of things that you want to create that's going to nourish you and meet you wherever you are in your need. Don't forget, if you want to join us over on the Facebook and also in YouTube stories, hit subscription and notification so that you find out as and when I'm doing items for the hair growth challenge, which is the rice water and fenugreek one. Please do give this video a thumbs up. It massively does support my channel and it's absolutely free. So if you've enjoyed this content, it really does help me out. If you didn't enjoy this video, let me know down below how I can make better videos and what you would like to see instead. Okay, peace.